special edition. Venom Spoilercast. I'm Rory Pierce.
I'm Anthony Martinez. We're trying to do this in like less than 10 minutes, okay?
Alright, yeah, so Venom, what'd you think of it? We saw it together, what'd you think of it?
Okay, Venom is a good movie. I think altogether, I've changed my opinion about it. It does stand on its own as just a Venom movie. Well enough, just because a lot of the moments are cringe, but like I said in the, in the actual podcast, Venom is Venom, and those cringe moments in the movie definitely, I mean, it basically those Venom moments really are worth watching the cringe moments for.
Well, I don't know if I'd call it cringe. I thought that there were some characters whose motivations weren't fleshed out. Okay, so like, when Venom has that moment where he's all like, oh, well, I'm going to destroy this planet, I'm part of the invasion force, and then 20 minutes later he's like, oh, well, I'm a loser on my planet too, so I'm going to stick with you. I thought that was a decent motivation. I just wish that they would have fleshed it out a little bit more.
Exactly.
Like, I don't think that there was any cringeworthy writing. I just think there were a couple moments where it's like this. The movie was only like an hour and a half long. It could have used like another 10, 15 minutes. My biggest thing is that I keep telling people I would have loved, if I could add one scene to this movie, I'd love to have a scene where they're just sitting on a building or like at his dinner table just talking, because there's almost like just talk going on between Eddie and Venom, the symbiote, because they don't ever actually talk to each other. Like, if I had an alien voice inside of my head, the first thing I would do is sit right where I am and say, okay, who are you and what do you want? And like, he just hears voices in his head. He's like, I'm not going to investigate this any further, even though I'm an investigative journalist. Whatever, I don't care.
Well, I mean, I think, speaking from someone who actually likes, superheroes, comic book media, all that stuff, I didn't really know the Venom character like that. I thought he was always like a really cool character. But I think that the direction that they took him in is definitely a great first step, because everybody prior to this kind of thought that Venom was just like some black goo that just made you stronger. So I like that
that is kind of
they but no, but
I get what you mean.
They gave him personality.
Yes.
And I thought that was, like, when I heard about that, because I heard he was going to have personality in this movie, I thought that's completely stupid. Why would you ever do that? But after seeing it in the movie, they make him his own character, They make Venom his own character, and I think that's really good that that they did it that way.
Yeah.
What do you think about the acting?
I thought the acting was pretty good. Tom Hardy looks like he's at the end of a 3-day like coke bender.
Yeah.
During the entire film.
I
guess that was somewhat intentional because like the symbiote is eating his liver, so yeah, you'd be a little unhinged too. But it's just like, take a shower, man. What are you doing?
I know, yeah. It was kind of like dirty, but I think, yeah, as far as the acting goes, they had some good actors in there. I think overall it was a pretty good movie.
I really loved that. We talked about this coming out of the theater. I really loved that the villain is Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he was, like, he is a guy in the comics. I remember looking it up. He is totally a guy in the comics, but
Carlton
adapted
Drake.
for our time.
Yeah.
He was just Elon Musk. Vaguely villainous, shady billionaire with a space program.
And it was in the Bay Area too. The whole movie is set in the Bay Area, so
Which that's actually a thing. One of the Venom storylines that it takes inspiration from is this one where he moves to San Francisco and just becomes a hero.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I think the storyline is called. We struggled a little bit talking about sports earlier. If there's one thing we're not equipped to talk about, it's comics. But there's this Venom storyline called Lethal Protector where he and Spider-Man are like, hey, I'm tired of almost killing you every other week. I'm just going to move to San Francisco. Leave me alone. And so Venom goes to San Francisco and he meets this like colony of homeless people, and they're like, yeah, we're being attacked by the Life Foundation, and he becomes Venom, the lethal protector of San Francisco's marginalized population.
That's an interesting take on Venom, you know that?
Yeah, and I guess that was one of the storylines that they took inspiration from the movie. So Venom being in San Francisco is totally a thing that actually happened in the comics.
I know, but the whole thing about, them basically ripping off Elon Musk and basically making him his own character, I think that is completely lazy, and I almost find it offensive in a sense. But offensive because, the actor who plays Carlton Drake in the movie, the villain, the main villain, he is a way better actor, and he's going to get a lot of crap because of this film. Nobody's going to forget.
Bad.
No, but the lines they gave him are really bad. And he's just he's just a wannabe villain. That's all he is. Everything he's like if you give it a second viewing whenever you can.
Okay. Well,
because the thing is, I had Perry's laugh like right beside me the whole time.
You did.
So he was pinpointing every cheesy line, it just has so many cliche moments. Like when he's down well, first of all, just to wrap things up, the main villain, the actor, he was in Nightcrawler. I think he was in Rogue One and all.
Yeah, I have seen him in other stuff.
He's a good actor. Don't get him wrong.
Yeah.
Don't put all the blame on him. He is a good actor. He was just given a really bad role.
I didn't think it was that.
Okay.
Okay, well, I mean, I, like, enjoyed The Room and Kung Fury, so maybe I'm not a good judge on what good acting is anymore. Maybe just my sense of what a good actor is has been destroyed.
You've just been so brainwashed.
Yeah, continue.
Okay. As far as everything else goes, I think Tom Hardy. I think he brings a interesting side to. Oh yeah, you guys want to talk about that? Speaking, because like we're the newspaper and all that. Everybody said he was a bad journalist in the movie.
Yes, okay.
That is a bad representation of a journalist.
So
if
even
you watch that movie.
before he even becomes Venom, everything he does as Eddie Brock is stupid. The scene where he goes into his fiance's laptop to like steal those legal documents, and then he uses them to push Carlton Drake, like that's not how anything works. That's not how media law works. That's not how media ethics works. Like that's a terrible idea.
You're definitely more of a seasoned journalist than I am, but I just saw all the flaws. Like they did not care they didn't know what a journalist is.
Okay, no, it's not a matter of them not caring. I don't think it's a matter of them not doing the research. I think it's just Eddie Brock is stupid.
But I mean, no, because if you watch the movie, you see that he actually has a name attached to him.
Okay, then maybe they just didn't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the thing is they didn't care. You know? They wanted to make him like, oh, this radical badass kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
Beep it out if you need to, but I think no, they just wanted to make him like a cool character. You look at his bicycle; he has like the X on the headlight and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just making him like edgy, but it didn't work.
Venom is just 90% edge. He's
Yeah,
just
but-
edge goop.
I mean, I don't know, and
If you had to put it into a sentence, I thought that is the movie good? No. Is the movie fun? Yes. And that's what matters. That's my take. What would you say about it?
I mean, it's tough. It really is. I've had all sorts of mixed feelings about this. Like I said, when Venom is Venom, it's good. It is Venom. You know what I mean? It's the character, and I think it's really accurate, or I think it's really someone really had a vision for it. One sentence though, if you're into superhero movies, it's worth watching. If you're not, don't. Mm-hmm. That's all I have to say about it, because I don't think. I mean, I could see it like attracting. I
mean, don't go in expecting Infinity War.
Yeah, it's just not as well put together as that movie or another superhero movie like The Winter Soldier or something like that. But I think it's worth watching if you have the time. Don't feel too bad if you missed out on it.
It's one of those movies where it's like, yeah, if you don't care about Venom, don't see it. If you do care about Venom, you've already watched it.
Right.
It's just one of those things.
Let's talk about like the cast too, though, because would you want to see this maybe like an MCU movie or something? Do you think these actors
I don't
can
know
do that?
if that would even work. If there is a sequel, I think Woody Harrelson might be a decent Carnage, a decent Cletus Cassidy.
Mm-hmm. I think that could work too.
Yeah. Also, okay, really quick, the final scene where he is attacking the gangster who's extorting the woman for money, and he leans over him and the mask splits in two and he just goes, "We are Venom." That adds like a star to the movie in and of itself, because I'm just a sucker when the character says the thing as the last line in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that.
But it's nice, but you see how it's cliche too, right?
Yeah. I mean, it is. I mean, for a movie like Venom, though, it's perfect. To have the last line be "We are Venom," and also the first time he said it in the movie, like, that... I don't know. I thought the movie was really fun.
I think it was a fun movie, though. I think it's definitely... I don't know. It's changed my perspective. I've had different perspectives on it. I'm not stable. I don't know what to feel about it.
I'm not stable. Anthony Martinez quotable.
There you go. Yeah. Check it out if you have the time. If you're not really...
I would recommend it. If you like dumb, fun superhero movies, I would recommend it.
It's... okay, look, everything outside of Venom is definitely not watchable, though.
So hold on. I just remembered, this is the spoiler cast, so like, there's no point in us recommending it, because anybody watching it is either already seen it or does not care.
I don't know.
But, I don't know. Don't give it a number.
A number?
If you can. You can use halves.
Can I use quarters?
Sure.
3 1/4.
3 1/4? I think
Yes.
I gave it like 3.5. So, yeah, that sounds about right. Any other closing thoughts? it's
Sony's getting better at making movies, superhero movies.
yeah. I mean,
Give all the rights to Marvel.
yeah.
Dude.
Just give them back.
Because they know what to do. I mean, this was a way better attempt than other Spider-Man movies.
Here's a closing thought. That closing scene, that credit scene. Okay, when they play that trailer for Into the Spider-Verse after the credits, like, that movie looks good. I'm interested in that movie. I want to see that movie. I hope it does well. Using your post-credit scene to advertise another movie is disgusting. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's vile.
It's not right. Yeah, it's just...
Thanks for seeing our movie. Go watch our other movie. Like, we're I don't know, in 5 years, are we going to have Avengers 4 advertise Avengers 5 halfway through?
No, I don't think so. But see, that's the thing. I mean, there's a difference between cliffhangers and then a difference between...
just advertising.
Yeah, it basically just... I don't know, it's ridiculous. That was really, like, scumbag for Sony to do, honestly, because... I don't know, it did not sit right with me, honestly, either.
Yeah. Overall, Venom. It was Venom. I had fun.
I had fun, too. It was definitely... You can have a fun time with this movie. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Until our next regularly scheduled time, this has been a special edition of Back Talk. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Good, the camera's still on.